making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
They've played two of the more memorable Super Bowls in recent history. The Giants and Patriots are underway again. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And shutting him off, now open field. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Todd Gurley, 77 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. For the first time with Ricky Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 44, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Patriots. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the Giants ready to come out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Elway. And he's got Shockey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
12 more yards there and another first down. On 1st and 10, Elway. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Anderson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From midfield, here's Brady. That is incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Wait 20!
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Wait 20!
Brady now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Anderson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again. Knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through. All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not? Well, at one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him. New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Williams. Oh, look at that. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 right, from the 31.
Lucky 56. Gone. Hurry up.
On 2nd down, Elway. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. To throw is Elway. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. We hit an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Williams fights him off, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Detroit! Detroit!
They run it again with Williams. A second time. Williams loses the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. Awesome touchdown, Giants. LaDainian Tomlinson, 38 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well. Hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Giants are in for 6. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Anderson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Wait, 20!
On first down, Brady. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Brady. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now Brady got to have this one. And no, It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to... Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Elway on first down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Still fighting. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Elway to throw on second. His throw incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. On third down, Elway. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Gone!
The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
on the ground. This is Williams. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Williams, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it with Williams. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll indeed go for it with Elway. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer...
And this is caught inside the 5. They give him a gain of 38.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now they'll throw it with Elway. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Anderson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to fight through one tackle. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to lay one up deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Final play of the half. It's Elway. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now will throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back now in Los Angeles. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. They're going on 4th. It's Elway. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now it's Elway. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Anderson's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play that time for the Rams. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Howie Long in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guy's going downfield to catch the ball. They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is fourth down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. LaDainian Tomlinson in the final minute. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Elway to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The former Giant, how about this? Lawrence Taylor in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One last shot for Elway. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morten Andersen to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Snickers, you got to spin. Snickers, you got to spin.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Jack 16. Set. 180. Gangs. These two. Eight.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Snickers, you got to spin.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Man open, Rice. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
4 down, check, 4 down. 180. Black, what's that? AB. Big. Focus.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Black 80.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction. When people talk about versatility, you should go back and look at Ronnie Lott's entire career. At USC, an All-American safety. In the beginning time in his career in the NFL, an all-pro corner before switching back to safety to finish off a Hall of Fame career.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a pitch out to Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. He spins free. There he goes inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, 45 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Double bump. Set. Like 5.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football.
AB. Set. Like 30. Like I said.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Like 80. Like 5.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Jack 16.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And he showed off yet again those elite cover skills that make him one of the greatest to ever play the cornerback position. If you're going to throw it anywhere in his vicinity, you obviously have to be on the high alert because he's a tremendous athlete.
Boy, a great athlete indeed. He can pretty much do anything. In fact, he's the only person to have both a reception and an interception in Super Bowl history. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down. That's Williams. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Morton Anderson for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 5. Elway to throw on second. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's it for the first half. 2 more. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And on the ground they go with a running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Detroit!
On the toss, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And he's got Shockey. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Ready? Look, 5.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Eight.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 55 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Blue 30. 22, 44.
Now Ben going to give it to Williams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ricky Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was the first carry of the game for LaDainian Tomlinson. His first touch, our first look at him in this contest.
That's so good. I remember at the time of his retirement, he was 5th all-time in career rushing yards, just under 14. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Right back to him on 1st down. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Set! 230!
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Set! Black 80! Snickers, you got to spin.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Show that bench release and go. Set! 180!
Here we go with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a back. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Quick!
Vick will look to throw on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Quick!
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Howie Long in there to drop him for a loss of nearly 20 yards. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Eagle. Alpha. Stop.
To throw, Vick. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Able to spin free, and now running right through it. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Williams finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Williams. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Hall of Famer Kevin Green in on the stop. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and what a speech he gave that night. I can still see him standing up there, and the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Green play.
And Walker with it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They run. It's Williams. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And this will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive. Just
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Here's Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And an alley to run. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Williams. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. From midfield, Elway. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Elway will throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. T.J. Watt. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a second down throw for Vick. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Steps away to his left. And that's caught at the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Vick operating on first down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out come the Giants. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Time for a break. We've hit it. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 4th down, Elway. And he locates Walker, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Ricky Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Bell, first down and then some, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, They're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
On second down, Vic again. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. Still fighting for more. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And New York set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's got room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Williams. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ricky Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
White 90! White 90! Alpha, alpha! Alpha, alpha!
Here's Vic. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Vic to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. This is caught inside the 15. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Now Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Hey, let's go.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the